Yeah, it had some technical difficulties there, Steph. It had some technical difficulties. I don't know why it always happens when I'm on the road, when I'm driving. It is raining though, so who knows? I'm pretty sure YouTube ain't putting out my what up, HJ? I'm pretty sure YouTube ain't putting out my notifications. You know what I mean? Anyway, so check it. So arrest has been made in connection with the death of Shanquella Robinson, right? Um, a person of interest by the name of Dejanay Jackson. Now, apparently, Interpol of Mexico put a warrant out for her arrest. Interpol went and got her ass, and I guess she's been extradited back to Mexico to face the music for the death of this young lady. Apparently, this is the young lady that was seen in the video beating up on Miss Shanquella Robinson. If you ain't seen the video, it's some sad shit, yo. It's some sad shit. Um, I personally think the minute that she gets back to Mexico to face this music, she gonna turn on everybody. She gonna go hard on everybody. She gonna roll over on everybody. She gonna drink that grape soda and tell on everybody, and as she should, because all of them people that was involved, anybody in that room that watched that beating, that watched that massacre happen, need to go down. They all need to go down. Like I said, if you watch the video, the shit is fucking sad. You sit here and watch a young lady get brutalized by who's supposed to be her friends, right? This was supposed to be her friend. Everybody in that room she was supposed to be close to. It's alleged that she paid for the trip for everybody to be there. And she get ambushed like this in this room and beaten to death. You can hear in the video, there was a nigga in the video supposed to be like her male best friend or some shit talking about, you ain't gonna fight back? You ain't gonna fight back? You ain't gonna defend yourself? Like, what? According to the autopsy, her spine was broken. I believe her neck was broken or something like that. It wasn't until the maid found her and called for help is when she received help. And apparently, when the maid found her, she was still alive. And she died later in the hospital. Anyway, if you're new, hit that like, hit the subscribe button. Please share this stream. Let people know we live. Then her friends, they flew back home and told her mother, told her parents some bullshit. That she died of alcohol poisoning. Right? They say she died of alcohol poisoning like Mexico ain't got the medical technology or they can't do fucking autopsies to find out the cause of death of a young lady found in a fucking hotel room with visible, like with visible damage to her body. They didn't expect the mother to push so hard to find out what happened to her daughter, right? So you're telling me my daughter got alcohol poisoning, right? You're telling me my daughter got alcohol poisoning. But all y'all niggas came back together. Nobody stayed with my daughter. Nobody stayed with her to make sure she was okay. Nobody called me the minute that she allegedly was going to the hospital for this alcohol poisoning. Nobody called me when y'all found out that she died. If I was the parent, I'd have been looking into it too. Come to find out, she got beat to death by her friends, the people that she went on the trip with, The people who she paid to go with, the people who she paid for to be there. She paid for everybody to be there. I guess she was some kind of influencer and she was getting the bag. It's also alleged that this Dejanay Jackson is a transgender woman. Now I don't know how true that is. You got some reports saying it's a transgender woman. You got some reports saying that she's not transgender. However, the charges that she's facing is called femicide. And when I look up femicide, is basically the homicide of a woman perpetrated by a man. Is what femicide is. Uh, the officials in Mexico have reason to believe that this Dejanay Jackson is not a woman or is a trans woman. Now that's neither here nor there. I don't know if that's the truth or not. I don't know if they got it wrong, but it doesn't matter. What matters is that she beat her friend to death, and the people in that room sat there and watched and did not intervene, did not break it up. They didn't call the ambulance for her. They didn't call help for her. They let her sit in that room, and I think they left not the next day, not immediately, but like 2 days later, and left her to die on that floor. They left her to die on that floor. That shit's sad, yo. Now, I don't know if they had beef before they left for Mexico. Yeah, they filmed it, Al. They filmed it. They filmed it. And I don't care if he was filming, I don't care if he was involved, I don't care if he threw a punch. If he was in that room and you let that shit happen and you left her there to die, you deserve to be in jail too. Like I said, I don't know if they had any beef before they left for Mexico. I don't know if the trip was to resolve anything, right? I mean, if they had that much animosity and angst against her, if there was that much tension between them, if you didn't like her, you should have just stayed your ass home. I don't care how much you didn't like her. It could be Victor. I don't care how much you didn't like her. She didn't deserve that. You could have stayed home. You didn't have to go on the trip. But like HJ say, don't nobody hate another nigga more than another nigga. These supposed to be your friends and they hating on you. And they waiting for an opportunity to get you. They waiting on an opportunity. That's what I feel like. I feel like Victor said, it was jealous and they was waiting on an opportunity to humiliate her. And they took it too far and they killed her. Facts, Steph. Father said his daughter wasn't a fighter. In the video, you see she wasn't even fighting back. They broke her spine. Dude, they severed her spine. They broke her back. How, Sway? That make me wonder if there's any credence to that whole trans woman shit. It takes a lot of force to do that, yo. Unless they fucking drop the table on her, like unless they WWE'd her, like it take a lot of force to do that shit. And then left her there to die. That also is a cautionary tale, man. Like she was probably fitting the bill for the trip. She was fitting the bill for the trip. She was she paid for everybody, apparently. But this also is a cautionary tale, people. Be careful who your friends are. Be careful who you call your friends. Be careful who you surround yourself with. What up, Jabari? Yeah, that's true stuff. Be careful who your friends are and who you associate with and who you surround yourself with. These were a bunch of wolves in sheep's clothing, glomming onto her because she had some success, all the while jealous of her success. And it showed on this trip, and she ultimately died because of it. Right? Be careful. Be careful your circle before they hurt you. You know what I mean? Some people pride themselves on having all these friends and all these associates and this and that. I'm one of the people that keep my circle tight. I keep my circle close. You know, you want to have faith in humanity. You want to have, a positive outlook on people, thinking that they wouldn't do you harm, right? The people that you grew up with or whatever, they wouldn't do you harm, but you got to watch out for everybody. You got to watch out for everybody. Now, I have a hard time believing that they didn't have issues before this trip. I think before this trip, they probably was beefing. Maybe she thought the trip would help bring them together. Let's pay for this trip. I'm gonna pay for this trip. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna put all this shit that we got against each other, all this animosity. We're gonna put it. It's water under the bridge, right? It's water under the bridge. But these assholes couldn't let it go. These assholes wanted to get some get back. They wanted to humiliate her. They said it was two guys in the room. They videotaping it. They videotaped it. They videotaped her murder for all to see. They videotaped it because they wanted her humiliated. They videotaped it because they wanted to embarrass her. They videotaped it because they wanted to feel powerful. Fucking snuff film. Now they got this Dejanay Jackson. I hope they get the rest of them. I hope they get the rest of them. That's true, YV. Raise your kids to be smarter people. And I'm not even going to say that she wasn't smart. I'm going to just say that maybe she was maybe naive, blind to the fact of who she had around her. Maybe she thought they was her friends, and she was ignoring the signs that proved to be to the contrary. You know what I mean? Because who hasn't done that? Who hasn't? You got somebody that you grew up with your whole life, and y'all have like your spats and shit, but you want to believe that that's your friend, that's your homie, that's your rollie. Y'all grew up together. But how many times we done heard a story where a dude or a chick get taken out by the people that they grew up with, by a person that was their best friend, by a person they went to school together. They was, they that was they homie. That was they ride or die, and they ride or die turned on them. We hear it a lot. Should we hear about it with family? That's my family, you know what I mean? And next thing you know, the family member then killed them. See, what people don't understand is that human beings, we want to be pack animals, right? We want to belong to a community. We want to belong to a community of people, whether that's your blood family or your friends, right? You want a community of people that you can depend on, that you can call on when you need help, that you can confide in, that you can have fun with. You want that. We want that community of people. The thing is choosing that community of people, vetting that community of people. There's a lot of trial and error that goes into that shit. And like I said, I'm pretty sure they had beef before they went on this trip. Maybe the trip was supposed to squash it. But these niggas wanted to be niggas. And they wanted the world star this shit. They filmed it to humiliate her. They filmed it to feel powerful. They filmed it to embarrass her. And now it cost this young lady her life. A young lady who was successful young black woman. Taken out by other black people. One of my people is a battle rapper, and she told me that she's baffled how dudes can say the wildest shit to each other in a battle and then be cool, but when other women do it, they have animosity after. Women hold grudges, yo. Women hold grudges. That's another thing. Women hold grudges. I ain't gonna say all women hold grudges, but a lot of women hold grudges, yo. They'll be sitting back like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna let it go now, but count your fucking days, bitch. I've heard women say that shit. I've heard women say that shit. That bitch better count her fucking days. All the while smiling in shorty face. That's what they do. Not all women, but there's some women out there that do that shit. But this was a young, successful black woman who just wanted to give her friends a good trip. And she was taken out by her own people. Now, I could be wrong. Did anybody hear Black Lives Matter come out and protest for her? Did anybody hear Black Lives Matter come out and speak out for her? I just got, I just want to know. Did her Black life matter? Did her Black life matter? Did fucking Al Sharpton or Benjamin Crump go to her parents' house and offer counsel? What up, Chris? Hey, yo, Chris, I'm gonna do the review. Yo, I wanted to do the review on the sweet potato pie, yo, but my family smashed it, yo. That's the best sweet potato pie I ever tasted in my life, bro. Tell your mother I need 4 of them bitches for Christmas. But you don't see Jesse Jackson, you don't see Al Sharpton, Ben Crump, you don't see none of them niggas. You don't see none of them niggas at her family house. You don't see no press conferences. You don't see none of that. Crime Stoppers ain't put out a fucking bounty on these motherfuckers' heads. None of that shit. That's the sad part. It don't. It when when our people kill our own people, it's just par for the course. Charge it to the game. It's just what it is. But let it have been another race of people that killed that girl. This shit would have. It still would have been a news cycle. It still would have been a news cycle. It still would have been in a news cycle. Shit, I'm happy Mexico's sticking with it. They sent Interpol to get Shorty. And I hope she roll on everybody. Because they all deserve it. They all deserve to go down. They all need to face the music. The 2 niggas in the room that didn't break that shit up, that was filming and thought that shit was funny, need to be in a cell with Big Jorge and fucking Chavez.